Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
All praises be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for his mercy truly endured forever. We're going to get any scriptures. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that it contains from our forefathers, passed on through the Spirit of the Most High Yah, that we may know in these last days that our salvation is nearer than when we believe. Right? And it's to become more prevalent in the earth that we are the children of Israel. Right? It's no longer, it used to be the world's best kept secret. Now it's becoming more and more known. It ain't so much a secret anymore. And the more that it gets revealed, we got to know we're getting closer and closer to getting out of here. And that's why it's getting revealed. That's why, more and more people are waking up to this truth, because it's salvation time. They said to that last hour, people will be woken up. Okay? That last hour. So up until that last trump, brothers and sisters are going to be waking up to this word, who they are, coming out of being black and Hispanic and Native American, all these things that we were taught, bywords and proverbs that we were taught, and coming back into their true nationality, which is Hebrew Israelites. Okay? And then when you go back to your nationality, now you know who your God is. Because if you think you're black, you're going to be looking to serve the God of black people. Right? If you think you're Hispanic, you're going to look for a Hispanic God. But when you realize that you're a Hebrew Israelite, well, now you're going to serve what? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The God of Israel. Now you're going to serve the right God. Okay? When you thought you was a Gentile, you served some Gentile Jesus. Right? That the churches talk about. That came for the Gentile, but now you learn that you Hebrews, that you the children of Israel, we no longer serve those things. Those things don't concern us. What concerns us is the prophecies in the Bible concerning the children of Israel, because that's who we recognize we are. All right, with that being said, let's get Colossians 3, verse 17. Let's open the book of Yah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Moshe Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him.
Right, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him. Give me Ezekiel, the 28th chapter and the first verse. We're going to get Ezekiel 28, verse 1.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 28 and verse 1. The word of the Most High came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus,
right?
Thus saith the Most High power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a power, I sit in the seat of the Most High in the midst of the seas.
Now you're going to read that again. When you see God in capital letters, he's saying he's the Most High. He ain't just saying he's a God. He's saying I'm the Most High. Okay, so read that again.
Ezekiel 28:2.
Right.
Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith the Most High power, because thine heart is lifted up.
Because thine heart is lifted up. Now, when you look up who Tyrus is, this is going back to the family of the Edomites. Okay, so Tyrus is representing a word that represents Idumea or the Edomites. All right, read on.
Because thine heart is lifted up.
Right. And
thou hast said, I am a power.
I am a God.
I am a God.
Right. He says, I am a God. So Esau's heart is lifted so far up, he feels he's a God. He feels he's in total control. All right. The word God means power or authority. Okay. That's what the word means. Okay. In the Hebrew, we will see the word Yahweh when it's referring to his name. Yeah. But then you also see the word Yahweh. Yahweh means power, means assault, means authority. All right. Yahweh means he is. Okay. Read on.
I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man, and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God.
Right. Even though you think you God, he said you a man, you ain't the Most High. You, because you set your heart, you set your mind to believe that. Hold that and give me Obadiah. Get the book of Obadiah. Who did this thing? Who set their mind to think that they are God on the earth? All right, we're going to prove that that's Esau. We ain't just going to say it. We're going to prove it. Okay, get Obadiah 1.
The book of Obadiah. The vision of Obadiah.
Right.
Thus saith the Most High Power concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Concerning Edom.
Concerning Edom, right? So Obadiah, the book of Obadiah is concerning Edom. Okay. Now we know Edom is referring to the so-called Caucasian man. All right, jump down to the 3rd verse.
Verse 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee.
So how does the pride of his heart deceive him? What does he think? He think he's God. He think he's in total control. Okay. He tries to set up. Now, you know, lately been messing with the weather. He got his farms of his electromagnetic farms and trying to check out the weather and, you know, mess with the vegetation and create new animals and, test tube babies and trying to be the Most High for real. Okay. Yep, using them stem cells and all that kind of stuff, trying to pass it off as if he's trying to cure somebody. Well, we know medicine comes from the Most High. Cure comes from the Father. Okay, this earth can cure us. All right, there was a doctor called Dr. Shelby. Right, they killed that man. They put that man to death because the Most High revealed to him the herbs and how to use the herbs to actually heal you. And they said, no, you need to go, right? Because you put a hurting on the pharmaceutical companies, right? Coming out with this thing that actually curing people. Remember, medicine you get today in the store, it don't cure you. Yeah. It prolongs the sickness, right? It softens the blow from the sickness, but it don't take it away, right? It gives you some time. That's all it does. You're buying time. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, your body cures itself, right? But if you had the right nutrients, the right herbs, your body would clear itself a lot quicker. And this is what, a lot more efficiently, right? To the point where the diseases where people think there's no cure for, like cancer, HIV, things of that sort, right? Your body would be able to cure it because it will be more efficiently curing itself. But because of these pharmaceutical companies make millions of dollars by selling the drug can't cure you because then they'd only have to sell you one bottle when they could sell you 1,000 bottles over the years of your life. I mean, for them, it's a no-brainer, right? Yeah, the hospitals actually was curing people. Then what would they need all those beds? They need all those beds and they need people in them. Or else they're going to lose money. They got nurses they got to pay, right? It's a business, okay? It's a business. So we go into all these things to show you that what? Esau's system is so corrupt that he prolongs the diseases and things of that sort just so he can make a dollar, just so he can play God. He make people sick. He give people cancer, okay? Don't believe the hype, man. He will give you cancer. Just like he gave the North American Indian what? Smallpox. Okay. He gave those veterans of our people in the Tuskegee experiment. What he gave them? Syphilis. So the fact that he's showing you that I will give you a disease. Okay. Don't get it twisted. I will give it to you. All right. talking about, for science. It ain't for science. It's because he wants to prolong his pharmaceuticals. Okay, the word pharmacy comes from a Greek word which means witchcraft. Okay, the very word pharmacy comes from a Greek word that means witchcraft. It's rooted in that word. So what do witches do? They make what? When they mix stuff together, what do they call that? Potions. And that's what you get at the Walgreens and the CVS. You're getting potions, right? That's mixed together to cause you to believe something good is happening, but ain't nothing happening. Okay? Because he claims he's God. Read that verse again, Obadiah 1 and 3.
Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high.
Right?
That saith in his heart.
What did he say in his heart, in his mind? What is he saying?
Who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right, I'm so high, who can bring me down? I'm riding, you can't touch me. Right? No one can touch me. All right, he got his Navy, his Marines, his Army, his Air Force. You can't touch me. Like what Donald Trump said? What's his name again? I always mess this guy's name. Kim Jong, whatever his name is. Right? Kim Jong-un said, I got a button on my desk. Esau answered that thing perfectly out of the spirit of Esau. He said, man, I got a button on mine too, and it's bigger and it worked. Right? That's what Donald Trump said. Right? I said, that's the spirit of Esau right there. He swear he God of everything. Are you God of the nuclear weapons? Esau got a weapon, he got a nuclear weapon so powerful that if he blow it up, everybody's dead. What sense does that make? How you win that war? If you blow it up over there, it's gonna come back here and kill you. What's the point of that one? Right? That don't even make no sense. But that's why he's going what? He's trying to make a home for himself in the stars. But it's good to say, though he put his nest amongst the stars, from hence will I bring thee down. He said, you can try to run to the stars. I'm gonna snatch you from the heavens. You ain't getting away from this judgment. You ain't dodging this one, not one bit. All right, so let's go back to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 28, verse 2 again.
The book of Ezekiel 28 and verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Most High, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God,
right,
in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God.
Right, you set your mind as you running things. Right? Though you sit in the midst of the seas, okay, thinking you running things. Right? Setting up embargoes and tariffs and closing borders and opening borders, saying who can trade with who and who can do what, who deserves to have certain food in their country, who can't have it. You really think you God. You really do think that. Why they get this thought pattern is because of the blessing that was given onto Esau. Let's look at the blessing that was given to Esau. Let's go back to Genesis. Let's see why he. Right, so get chapter 27.
Yeah.
39. Yeah.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27.
No, read from 30. 37, yeah.
37. Come on. Genesis 27, verse 37.
Uh-huh.
And Isaac answered and said unto Esau,
What he said?
behold, I have made him thy Lord.
Right. So he had made Jacob thy Lord. Right? He made Jacob thy Lord. So he says, that's our people, children of Israel. You're the lords over Esau. All right. That's the future being told. All right. Read on.
And all his brethren have I given to him for servants.
Right.
And with corn and wine have I sustained him.
Mm-hmm.
And what shall I do now unto thee, my son?
Right. He said, I gave Jacob everything, man. Yeah. He said that his brethren going to serve him. Okay. All the nations going to serve Jacob. He said, man, what I got left for you, Esau? Read on.
And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father?
Right.
Bless me, even me also, O my father.
Right.
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
So he crying like he crying out. You got to have something for me, my father. Because he knew if he didn't get any blessing, if the Most High didn't ordain something for him, then he would have nothing. Let's see what he got. Read on.
Verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Right. And
of the dew of heaven from above.
Right. So the dwelling is going to be the fatness of the earth. What does that mean? Riches, wealth. Right. Yeah. Right. Wealth. They got the wealth. They're the wealthiest nation on the earth, man. Esau. The so-called white man, he won America, he won Russia, he won Europe. Okay. He won Africa. Right? He won India. Everything. Right? The scriptures say, behold, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay. Read on.
Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
By what?
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
And by thy sword thou shalt live. What do you do with a sword? Kill. You kill, man. You don't butter bread with a sword. Right? You kill with a sword. So that sword represents what? Military might. Military strength. That's how he captured this whole earth, through his military. All right. The Most High blessed him with the gun. When the rest of us were swinging swords, shooting arrows, Most High said, man, listen, how is this man going to get on top? I got to give him a weapon that nobody got. That's the only way. Right? Because they couldn't step to his hand-to-hand combat. You've seen the boxing ring what goes down. I ain't got to tell you, you've seen it go down. They ain't got a chance. They got a shot in the dark. All right? Our young men, even in the time of Jim Crow laws, even in the time of we were coming out of the slave plantations, they put us in the ring with Esau, he was finished. He was lucky to keep his head on his shoulders, man. This man was brutal. All right. They had to have fantasies about beating. They had to come up with Rocky. Right? They had to say, well, if we can't do it, let's do it in Hollywood. Yeah. Let's come out with Rocky so we can at least feel like champions. Right? There you go. Yeah. Right? All those Italian people thinking they could fight. Right? They come to the hood and get knocked out. Straight up. Damn, it ain't happen like that in a movie. You know? Yeah, so that's what you get for watching those movies. Right? Read.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
And by thy sword shalt thou live, right? Come on.
And shalt serve thy brother.
Uh-huh.
And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Right, so what? He's going to have dominion. The scriptures say, when thou have dominion. Okay, so Esau was going to, what? It was already prophesied that he was going to have dominion over the earth. Okay, it was already prophesied through his sword, through his military might. Okay, go back now to Ezekiel. So this is why he feels he's God, because he can press a button and take lives. He doesn't even got to go over there. He got his drones now. It's like playing one of the video games. You know what I mean? PS4 now?
Yeah.
PS5, I don't know. Right?
Yeah.
PlayStation, right? He in his damn general outfit with a controller. He got his mask on and everything. Like if he ain't out there no more. He got a drone out there. He ain't out there. He back home where it's safe. Right? Simulating. Yeah, was that the Patriot missile? When he was over there in Iraq, he had the Patriot missile. They showing it on TV. Yeah, they control the missile, and the missile looking for his target. Like, yo, this guy is a devil, right? This man is you know, he's someone shooting, killing you down in Iraq, and he over home, Wisconsin somewhere, you know, cheese state, big cheese hats on his head, right? Killing everybody. But he's a murderer, the scripture said. Okay? He's a murderer. Okay? That's his plight on this earth. Okay? That's what he put on this earth to do. Rape, rob, and murder, kill, slaughter, pillage, plunder. Right? Look at his track record. Right? A lot of people say, oh, you know, Israelites are just racist. We're not talking about what we think they may have done. We got the facts. The history is there. This is you. This is you. You are telling us about yourself in your school system. Okay? Don't try to use semantics with the words. What you did was went around the earth killing Lewis and Clark. Oh, great frontier. They went into the wild frontier. There was people out there when Lewis and Clark went. What happened to the people? Right? It wasn't just Lewis and Clark now, was it really? Lewis and Clark was the scouts. They said, okay, they're over there. And here come the rest of the troops. Right? Ready to go kill, pillage, plunder, rape, scout, everything in the book. Okay? We got to bring light to reality, the truth. Now the scriptures make sense. All that propaganda, all that fake foods that they try to tell us in school, oh, Christopher Columbus was Southern American, they was pilgrims, and they sat there and they ate together, and they had turkey dinner. They didn't have no turkey dinner. That didn't happen. That never happened. It's all lies. That feathered bird with feathers on the back looked like a Gadite headdress. It represents his head. That was on the table. They cut their heads off for the chiefs. Right? Because only the chief had all those feathers. Yeah. If you know that, through they used to have like 1 or 2 feathers, the men, different levels. But when you became a chief, you got that full-on headdress that the feathers went all the way around with the different colors. That's why the turkey, when they draw that turkey for Thanksgiving, it got the full-on headdress because it's representing the chief's head on a platter. That's what it is. But our people every week, every year, Happy Thanksgiving. Right? Nobody was given anything, but they say Happy Thanksgiving. Okay? Why? Because they choose to be ignorant. The truth is out here now. But you're still believing that nonsense, something wrong with you. You're still hypnotized or something. Because you can't tell me you never heard that Christopher Columbus was a murderer. In 2018, you never heard that before? But you still celebrate Columbus Day. This country still celebrates Columbus Day. You know why? Because when they started to celebrate Columbus Day, they knew he was a murderer, and they were celebrating one of the greatest murderers to walk the earth. That's what they were celebrating. Just like they talk about Napoleon Bonaparte. They talk great about Napoleon. What did he was going around doing? Killing, conquering, raping, pillaging, plummeting. He was just doing nothing but wickedness in the earth. And then setting up Esau's territory everywhere he went. Right? Picture got cut in half. Let's see something. Let's see if people can tell me who this is. Even though my picture got cut in half. I'm pretty sure you still tell me who did. Yeah.
Of course.
Who that? Adolf Hitler, man. One of the great leaders of Esau's history. Why is he a great leader? Because many followers followed him. To be a great leader, all that means that many people followed you. Right? Your concept. We're going to read something about Adolf Hitler tonight. We're going to find something about him. That he was a smart man. He knew a lot. He even knew biblical prophecy and spoke of it. Right? He knew who the children of Israel were. And this was one of the reasons why he did what he did. Okay? They say 6 million Jews. There was never even 6 million Jews around. So get that out your mind. At the most part, there might have been 60,000, maybe 600,000, but definitely not over 6 million. Right? That's impossible.
They said there wasn't even 6 million people over there.
No, there wasn't even 6 million people over there. Okay, the population over there was not 6 million. So there's no way they could have killed 6 million Jews in that short period of time. Also, you got to look at the time span also. Right? It wasn't enough time to kill that many people. Okay? And the way they discarded bodies and things of that sort, and the way and fashion in which they was killing those fake Jews, there's no way 6 million could have killed. I'm hard pressed to say 60,000. Right? Right? It might have been 6,000 when Esau was alive. The more I think about it, that number's gonna keep going down.
Yeah.
Right? I'll be at damn 60 by the time this night is done. Because he's a damn liar. He's a liar. Right? Read on where you at in Isaiah 28. Isaiah 28:3. Go back to Isaiah.
Ezekiel.
Oh, it was in Ezekiel?
Yeah.
I mean Ezekiel 28:3. Block you.
All right. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 28, verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel.
Thou art what?
Thou art wiser than Daniel.
Now Daniel pretty wise. But you sleep on Esau. Thinking he don't know something. He'll shock you. He'll tell you more about yourself than you even know. You go around this earth, you know why he knows so much? Because every door is open for him. Think about that. When things are being hid from us, it's open for him. Okay? When we go and try to seek certain knowledge, people want to discourage you. They don't discourage Esau. When he going to seek knowledge, they go give him more knowledge. They say, come on in, let me show you something. Okay? We're going to seek knowledge and look what you're looking at for. Why you need to know that? Our people still have a slave mentality. Man. We want to learn anything other than what the public school system teaches. People say something wrong with you, man. You need to chill out, man. Just go to school, man. Why are you going into all of that? You don't need to know all that. Okay? Because that's that slave mentality. If the white man didn't teach you this, if he didn't tell you to know this, why are you trying to know this? That's the mentality. Everybody stands up in chairs when you graduate from high school and college. Who stands up in chairs when you found out that you was a Hebrew Israelite? Most I already knew you was going to find out.
Before you was even born, you already knew.
The Most High stood up in chairs. They said the angels in heaven rejoice, though. That's what scriptures say. That the angels in heaven rejoice when we wake up out of this world and come to that truth. They actually rejoice to see the day of us waking up. Because every time another brother wakes up, we're one brother closer to the kingdom. Okay. I'm going to read this. Read that last verse again.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 28, and verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel.
Come on.
There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Wow. There's no secret being hid from me, so he knows. Don't think he don't know. Get Ezekiel 35, verse 5. Hold on, I don't want to perpetuate hatred. Hold on a second. That Israel went into captivity for their that the heathen might know, that the heathen know that Israel went to captivity for.
But Judith 5:20, okay?
No.
They say that you're just, I don't know.
Hold on a second. Slovakia. Let me find that real quick. Matter of fact, while I'm looking that up, just give me let's start to read this. Let's read this interview with Hitler real quick.
This is the very first page.
Ezekiel 39:23.
39:23. God, that's what I'm looking for. God, read that.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 39 and verse 23.
And
the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity.
For what?
For their iniquity.
For their iniquity. So the heathen know. It was prophesied that they would know. Esau being the ambassador amongst the heathen, he surely knows. There's no doubt in his mind that why we're in the condition that we're in. We're trying to wake our people up. He already knew this. Read on.
Because they trespassed against me.
Right.
Therefore hid I my face from them. And gave them into the hand of their enemies.
Right.
So fell they all by the sword.
By the what?
By the sword.
Who was given the blessing of the sword? Esau. We fell by Esau's sword because we broke the commandment. He is well aware of that. Well aware of that. That's why in slavery times he taught that he had a what do you call the God-given right to have us in captivity. He knew that. Okay. So why are people feeling compassion or trying to bring him into the kingdom? I don't know. You know, maybe because our people there, we don't know nothing. But he knows. Okay. That's why he used to feed us the swine's flesh. That's why he used to burn crosses on our lawn. Right? What's a burning a cross on somebody's lawn supposed to mean? But see, the statement is being made that, listen, right? We're going to kill you just like we killed your Messiah. Right? We're going to put you to death just like we put your Messiah to death. The same way on that cross, the same way we're going to burn you up on the cross. Read.
Verse 24. According to their uncleanness,
and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them.
Right, because of our uncleanness and our transgressions. This is why this happened to us. So the heathen is well aware of this. Okay, let's go back. So let's look at this interview. We're going to go through some of this interview that was made with Hitler. Okay. Let's start with that first line.
All right. And it reads, Hitler said, even in his death, he will start World War III.
World War what?
World War III.
So he said, even in his death, he's going to start World War III. Okay. He understood that there was going to be another world war. Okay. He was part of what? He experienced one, and he was a main player in two. Right? But he knew that there was going to be a three. Never spoke of a four, because there won't be a four. Okay? It will only be three. Right? Read on.
One of his soldiers asked how. Hitler said, even in his death, he will start World War III.
Right?
One of his soldiers asked how. Hitler replied, the day mankind finds out what I was trying to defend this nation, Germany, from then, that's the day World War III will start.
Right, so he said he was trying to defend Germany from something. Let's see what he was trying to defend them from. Go ahead.
For on that day, mankind will learn that I was trying to save my nation from the Freemasons, the Illuminati, the Jews.
The what?
The Freemasons, the Illuminati, the Jews.
Uh-huh.
For if the Americans wins the war, then they will conquer the world and forever be a slave to the Jews, and they will try to conquer the Most High.
So wait a second. If the Americans win the war, right? This is talking about World War II, right? He said they will conquer the world, America. Now today, is it not America the strongest nation on the earth? But he said also they'd be a what? A slave to who?
Jews.
The Jews. So a lot of people don't understand what ties America to the Israelis. Okay? What's that tie there? People say, why does America always get involved in everything that's happening in Palestine? Why is that so important to America? Everything that goes down in Palestine, if something goes down, America's all in the mix with it. It's almost like Israel is a state of America. The way they get involved in everything that happens in it. Let's see why. Read on.
America wins the war, then they will conquer the world and forever be a slave to the Jews, and they will try to conquer the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who America has in its possession?
Do you know what America has in its possession? All right. Now he's saying, what year is he saying this? This is he lived from 1889 to 1945. All right, so he's making a statement in the 1940s, the early 1940s. Okay, as he's being interviewed. Okay, he says, "Do you know who America got in their possession?" Read on.
No, the soldier replied. The Americans has the jewels of the Most High.
Has the what?
The jewels of the Most High.
The jewels of God. America has the jewels of God in their possession. This is Hitler speaking. So when you read in the scriptures that Tyrus was wiser than Daniel, now you understand that Esau is not oblivious to who we are and why we're here. We are the one that's oblivious to it. Okay? He has the artifact. He has the archaeology. He has the Vatican City locked up with all our artifacts and things, that stuff that pertain to us. He knows exactly who we are, where we are, and why we're there. We are the ones that lack this information.
How would you say that someone because the first thing in the book tell. Yeah, they Gentiles.
That's not what?
They Gentiles. They gonna feel they Gentile. All
Who's gonna feel a Gentile?
all the church folks, the ones who don't know that they Jewish, even tell them they still think they Gentile. That's where it's gonna go over the head. No, that's
Right.
No.
Well, you know what? This class right here is steak, right? This meat right now. You dealing with our people in the churches, you gotta give them the sincere milk. You gotta just turn them back to the Most High, keeping His commandments. You gotta stay right there. Before you start going into too many things that you just blow their mind, next thing you know, they'll be tripping, right? You ever try to feed a baby a steak sandwich? It ain't going down. They cannot receive that. They're going to regurgitate it. They're going to throw it up because they can't receive that. Their stomach is not ready for meat yet. Okay? That's the scripture says, who shall he teach knowledge? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. That's what the scriptures say. I'm not saying that for my opinion. That's what the scriptures say. So you got to start there first. All of us here started to know that first thing we learned is that we're Israelite. Or first thing we learned, Christ was an Israelite man of color. Something to do with who we are. Identity first. Then we can get into all these other higher levels of understanding. Okay? But this one, they would vomit this up, man.
Back then, they don't know that the United States that killed Jesus.
Right? No. What he's saying here, I'm not going too far into anything else but what he's saying. You're going to concentrate on what he's saying. Okay? That the Americans had us in captivity. Number one. Yeah.
I have an example about when he said the Jews in Joel chapter 3, verse 4-5.
Right, I have that.
I told Tyrese that they took it as gold and silver.
It's gold and silver, right? Let's get that real quick. Give me, I got it here, Joel 3. Joel 3. Let's see what Adolf Hitler meant by the Jews. Yeah.
The book of Joel, chapter 3, and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon,
Right.
and all the coasts of Palestine?
Mm-hmm.
Will ye render me a recompense?
Right.
And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense unto your own head.
Right.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
My what?
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
So what did they take? Us. We are his silver and his gold. We are his precious things. Okay. Read on.
And have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things.
Uh-huh.
The children also of Judah
Uh-huh.
and the children of Jerusalem
Uh-huh.
have ye sold.
Have you what?
Have ye sold.
So what is it talking about? The children of Jerusalem, the children of Judah have ye sold, read on.
Unto the Grecians.
Unto who?
The Grecians.
Unto other Edomites, which are the Grecians. Read on.
That ye might remove them far from their border.
Didn't they do that? Didn't it work? We are far from our border. Read on.
Behold,
Uh-huh.
I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
What is that? Payback.
Right.
Righteous payback is destined for these nations. Okay? He said, behold this, check it out. I'm going to raise them up from where you sold them and recompense upon your own head. And what are you going to do? Read on.
And I will sell your son.
Oh, now your son's going to be sold. They sold our sons, right or wrong?
Right.
But now your son's going to be sold. Read on.
And your daughters
Come on.
into the hand of the children of Judah.
I feel sorry for them because them Judahites don't play, man. I don't know what they're going to do with them. Read on.
And they shall sell them
And we're going to take them, and now we're going to sell them. Read on.
to the Sabines.
To who?
Sabines.
Those are the children of Ishmael. Just like they bought us from Ishmael, they're going to be buying them. Ishmael, I got something for you.
Yeah.
You need some of these? Right? Read on.
To a people far off.
To a people far off. Now, you know how Ishmael feel about Esau.
Yeah.
They don't want to be in their hands. Read on.
For the Most High have spoken it.
For the Most High has spoken it. All right, so let's go back. Right? That's right. What a precept. For the Most High has spoken it, man. So we are his precious things that Hitler said is a possession. Read on it. It gets more explicit. He goes in.
The Americans has the jewels of the Most High.
Uh-huh.
The Americans have stolen God's precious jewels.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean, his precious jewels? The
Right.
soldier asked.
Right.
Hitler said, America has stolen the Jews.
America has stolen the what?
The Jews.
What do we spell that?
Jews.
America has stolen the Jews. So he knew who the real Jews were. He wasn't falling for this Goldstein and Steinberg and all that nonsense without people falling. Well, he wasn't falling for that.
Yeah.
Hitler knew what was up. He had no respect for them people calling themselves the Jew out there. He know they was imposters. But they want to teach us the Anne Frank story. And a lot of y'all cried too. A lot of y'all cried. Who cried? Y'all cried when y'all read it? Y'all saw the movie? She was hiding in the attic. You're like, no, don't go outside. No. They want us to be all pitiful, worrying about what they went through.
Right.
Okay? Feed it to our children as soon as they coming into upper grade school. Every child goes to this public school system, they're gonna feed them that damn Anne Frank story at some point in time. Right? And play on their emotions. Right? Right. Our children supposed to know well, good for her. Need to be up in that thing. She was fake Jew anyway. Right? All right. Read on.
The Jews of God, his jewelry, the Negroes. They are the true Hebrews. What a foolish move and a direct challenge to God.
What a foolish move and direct challenge to God. He said, man, that was not a smart move by America. Go and get them people from the western coast of Africa. Why did you go do that? He said that was foolish, man. Okay. Read on.
And they plan on moving these false white Jews into a state of Israel.
What do you call them? The false what?
False white Jews.
You go outside and we was out at camp that night. Esau comes up to me and says, oh, are you guys black Jews? I said, what? I said, are you the black Jews? I said, no, they ain't no black Jews. I said, you see white people, are they the white Jews? Right? I said, we're the true descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're the children of Israel. We're the only Jews. How about that? Okay? We're the only Jews. Oh, yeah, right, yeah. I stand corrected. Yeah, you do. Because that's the mentality. Even our people see us and they go, oh, those are the black Jews.
Yeah.
Online. Oh, yeah, help.
It's like we going out there calling ourselves, hey, well, listen to the black Jews. I've never seen a brother yet go out to no camp with a microphone talking about he's a black Jew. But the people see us and they just make it up. They show their ignorance when they see it. Right? If they ain't calling us black Jews, they're asking us if we Muslim. Right? When you see Muslims on the corner with a Bible in their hand, speaking the word of Yah, I'm yet to see that. All right? I can understand if we had a three-piece suit on and we had newspapers and we were walking up and down the street, but then I can understand you wondering if we were Muslim. I could get that because that's what they do. But I have never seen them on any street. And I've been in Newark, New York, LA, Atlanta, North Carolina, right? Ohio. I've been to all these states out there in the cities teaching. I've yet to see this phenomenon, right? Some Muslims out there teaching the word, yelling at the top of their lungs to repent and come back to the Most High. I've never seen this. So when people say things, they speak out of ignorance. Okay, unlearned. Hitler, like the scriptures just said, that Esau, Idumea, Tyrus, in chapter 28, is wiser than Daniel. And he's showing how wise he is right here. That Hitler was no fool. He knew what was going down. And this is one of the main reasons why he was slaughtering those fake Jews, those white Jews. Okay? Him himself was from Austria, right? He was born in Austria. Okay? He wasn't even German. He was a Nazi leader, he wasn't even German. All right? From a total different family of Esau. But he understood what was going down in the earth at that time. And he made prevalent speeches about it. Okay? People began to follow, his focus. But they wasn't just telling people to hate these people. There was a whole lot of knowledge being brought when he spoke to these people. We don't speak the language that they spoke. But you can see through the outcome of what they did, the people that followed this Nazi regime, they were strong in what they were doing. They were convicted to their death. So you can't tell me all he was saying was hate the Jew people. He had a lot more to say than that. Okay. And one of the things he had to say to them was what we read in here. That this America, in the 1940s, America was soaring. Remember, America hit its height in what years? The 50s. The roaring 50s is the height of America. In the 60s, they started their descent, right? 50s into the 60s was their height. Then by 68, they started their descent, okay? Because the Most High prophesied that against them. He said, once you set your nest amongst the stars, from hence will I snatch thee down. So first he talked about space travel. The Most High started to bring derision and division in America and start to divide it up. Prior to that, America was strong. Whites in the front, blacks in the back. It was very clear. It wasn't sugarcoating it. It wasn't playing with us. It took us off the plantation because it was more economic for us to work, get a paycheck, and then buy everything from them. Them providing everything for you. It wasn't because they had some compassion for you. Because after they took you off the slave plantation, then you had to turn around and go back to the plantation to work, right? And then you get paid. Now you got to look for some place to live. You 400 years behind. What kind of head start did they get? Yeah, I'll give me a 400-year head start. See if you can catch me now. You ain't gonna catch him. Right? But our people pine and try to do it, right? They try to do it. They try to look for that economic race with Esau. It's silly to even think you're going to get it. You got a 400-year head start. What are you doing? Right? We should be more concentrating on building our own ourselves. Okay? Being a nation here first. Right? And that nation, when you become a nation in your spirit, in your mind, then you're going to start to act and converse like a nation. Then we're not going to want to give Esau our money so quickly. Then we're not going to want to give back to him so fast. We're going to look to give to ourselves first. We're going to look, like they talk about money amongst the fake Jews communities here in America. They say their money passes 13 times before it leaves their community. 13 times their money hop within the community. Means they shop at their own stores. Their stores are supplied by their own suppliers. Their own suppliers get supplied by their own farms. Their own farms get, you see what I'm saying? So the money hops within their own communities, right? They go and get, they pay rent to their own landlords, right? If they go to the dealership, they only go to the one that got, you know, Goldstein or something Steen up in there, okay? Bremen, right? They go to Bremen, they ain't go no place else, right? Because why? They hop their money within there. They understood economically how that makes them strong. Our people, we lucky if that money hop once. They go straight back there, directly back there, right? Before you even, some of you got stuff, you paying for stuff before you get paid. You giving it back before you even got your check yet.
Exactly.
You starting with a deficit. Okay. So this is understandings that we're going through that. Esau, he already knew what was up. Hitler already knew what was up. He didn't keep it to himself. He taught this amongst his, not, he's talking to a soldier. He's going through a little interview here. This is not something he was hiding, some deep, dark secret from Hitler. No, he was saying this from the top, from the microphone. He was pumping this in the streets. What he's telling them right here. I don't want you to think for a second that this was some secret information, because it really wasn't. All right. The old proverb that they put upon our people is that what? You want to hide something from a black man, put it where? That's a proverb concerning our people, right? That we don't read. But in fact, we do read. But what we reading is a problem. What are you reading? All right? We don't read them.
America is desperate in its attempt to win this war using atom bombs.
Using what?
Japan. Using atom bombs.
Using atom bombs, read on.
On Japan.
On Japan. Boom. Dropped the first nuclear weapon in all history. Atom bomb is a nuclear weapon. Folks don't know that. That is a nuclear weapon. It's a small one compared to what they got now, but it was a nuke. He is the only one to actually launch a nuke on a population of people. Esau is the only one to ever do that on the earth. But he goes around like he's the right one. I never did. He's the only nation, and many nations have nukes. Even the wild man Ishmael has not launched one of his nukes on a population of people. Right? Kim Jong-un, I think I got it that time.
Yeah, you got it. Come on.
He light his nukes and let them fall in the ocean. He has not dropped them yet on a population of people. Esau is the only one to do this. That's why he's the ambassador amongst all the heathen. Does he have a sword? Just like Donald Trump said, I got a bigger button, and it works. Right? He let them know that I will press it. I will launch it. I'll blow you and your children up, and won't lose no sleep. Right? Won't skip a beat. He had no problem. They said with over Iraq, they was dropping 30 bombs an hour from the airplane, from the airstrikes, at 30 bombs an hour. What are you trying to blow up? That it takes 30 bombs an hour for a whole day campaign, right? Think about that for a second, though. What were you trying to blow up that it took you to drop 30 bombs an hour? You are blowing up everything. Women, women, children, fathers, daughters, grandma, great-grands, everybody's getting killed. Bomb don't blow up and say, okay, I'm going to kill you, but I'm not going to kill you. When that bomb blew up, everything in that area. Dead dog, cat, the goats, the sheep, lambs, goats, cows, everything is getting killed. I think the only thing that survived that are roaches, because you can't kill a roach to save your life. Roach, that thing will stay alive. I know Bond, he see it coming. Right. Right. Read on.
America would destroy the whole world in its attempt to conquer it.
You hear that? Read that again, man.
America would destroy the whole world in its attempt to conquer it.
He would destroy the whole world in his attempt to conquer the world. We see it. We see what he's doing. Anywhere you find oil, pumping it out the air. One group of Edomites talking about global warming. The other group of Edomites saying, shut up. I got to get paid. Right? You got the green people, right? You got all these things going on. They don't care. That's beside the point. Okay? You got people that's for Trump against Trump. Trump was put in there for a reason. He's just a diversion. He's just up there for the people to look at, talk about, while they doing the real business behind the doors. Right? While everybody's paying attention to Trump, guess what? A lot of things getting signed and passed. A lot of military moves is going down. One military move got exposed when that young black man got left behind. Right? They was in some country in Africa making a move, some move on this country. What are they doing over there? There was no news about being over there. There would be no news if he didn't get left behind and get caught. Two of them got left behind, right? We never know that they was over there doing something that they didn't have.
Is it true that America, if they got the spirit that killed Jesus, they have a certain type of power over other countries?
The spirit that killed Jesus?
Spirit.
The spear?
Spirit.
Or like from the Grecians?
Yeah, that killed
right?
Jesus.
Yeah.
They stuck Jesus with.
Well, that spear got no power. Nothing has no power but Yahweh. Yahweh is the only power. What the Most High sanctions goes down. What he don't sanction don't happen. The evil that goes on in this earth, the Most High let it happen. All right? Hold on and give me Amos, the 3rd chapter. Let's prove that. Nothing has any power but Yahweh on this earth. Is it 3:8? 3:6? Yeah.
The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6.
Matter of fact, start with 4.
Verse 4.
Right.
Will a lion roar in the forest when he have no prey?
Right. Will a lion roar when there's nothing to attack? What's the answer to that question? Will a lion roar if there's nothing to roar about? No. Lion be quiet until there's something to roar about. Right? Read on.
Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing?
Right?
Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth,
right,
where no gin is for him?
Right. There's no reason for that bird to fly down. Nothing to eat in that trap. Is he going to get caught in that trap? Nope. Read on.
Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all?
You set a trap, you're going to pick it up and you ain't catch nothing? Then what's the purpose of you putting the trap out there? Nope. Read on.
Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid?
Every time that trumpet blew, we knew that it was on. Right? The trumpet was a sign of what? Of when it blew a certain way, it was what you call an alarm. Like when your alarm go off, right? You hear the alarm go off, everybody looking up like, is that my car? Right?
Yeah.
Because why? It's an alarm to let you know, be afraid, something's happening. Read on.
Shall there be evil?
Shall there be what?
Shall there be evil?
Shall there what?
Shall there be evil?
Shall there be evil? Read on.
In a city.
In a city, read on.
And the Most High have not done it?
What's the answer? Nope. Same answer as all the other questions. So when evil goes down in these cities, who sanctioned that?
Most High.
The Most High God sanctioned that. Okay? So that spear that killed Yahushua or the cross, the case may be, that's Yahushua. That's the Most High. That's his power. His power ordained him to die. Okay? He had to die. It was prophesied with Jonah. Right? Why do you think Jonah was in the belly of the whale for 3 days? Because Yahushua was going to be in the earth for 3 days. Okay? It was already prophesied. Okay?
Yeah.
1 Samuel 6:2.
Okay. First Samuel.
No. Second Samuel? No? 2:6. First Samuel. You know I'm looking for a Lord kill, make a lie.
Yeah.
2:6.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. 1 Samuel 2:6.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2 and verse 6. The Most High killeth and maketh alive.
Right. The Most High kills and he gives life. You can't give the power to anything else but the Most High. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When somebody died, that's the Most High. When a baby's born, that's the Most High. He killed and he take life. Read on.
He bringeth down to the grave.
He bring it down to the grave. Read on.
And bringeth up.
And he bringeth up. Read on.
The Most High maketh poor.
Right?
And maketh rich.
He could determine if you're going to be poor or rich. He maketh poor, he maketh rich. Read on.
He bringeth low and lifteth up.
Put you in a lower state, no power, lift you up. Right? Make you a leader. Read.
He raises up the poor out of the dust.
Come on.
And lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory.
Right. So what? He'll take you all the way from embracing a dunghill to inheriting the throne of glory. So that's the power of Yahweh. Okay. So we give him all power. Ain't no power in this earth but him. Okay. So let's go back now. Go back to Ezekiel 28. Yeah, verse 3, verse 4.
Yeah.
Okay, verse 5.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 28, and verse 5. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches.
Right?
And thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
Right. Thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Because of his wealth on the earth. Right? He thinks no one can take him down. Right? He think he all that. Can buy as many missiles as he wants, much planes he wants. You know what I mean? You know, he got all these commercials, join the army, right? People running there to join the armed forces. Look at I just need to pay my college, right? And everybody enrolling. Right? He got a system going, okay? Through his wealth, right? You know, Esau's wealth. Right? Read on.
Verse 6. Therefore, thus saith the Most High Power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God.
As the heart of who?
As the heart of God.
Because you got this God complex, you know.
Behold, Therefore I will bring strangers upon thee,
Mm.
the terrible of the nations.
So what?
The terrible of the nations.
The terrible of the nations. So what? What's going to happen? He's going to have to defend this position.
Mm.
He's just not going to sit up there as King of America and not have to defend it. War is coming. War is coming. It came and it's going to come again. Go back to Hitler's writings. Let's read all of Hitler's writings. Is that what it last?
All right. When America and its Jewish slave masters conquered the world,
Right.
and the world realized I was right,
I was what?
I was right,
I was right. Read on.
then all nations
Right.
will begin a third world war to dethrone America of its rule.
See what's going to happen? He went clear with it. He went clear with it. He said all nations, when they realized that, what America did, there's going to be a third world war. The realization is starting to happen amongst the nations.
Yeah.
They're starting to stand up against each other and say, you know what? You ain't right, man. That ain't the real deal. What are you doing? Why do you think it was such a big deal for America to declare Jerusalem as the capital in Israel? That's front page news all over the nation. What does that have to do with us? It's showing that connection between America and Tel Aviv, the Israelis. Right?
Well, I don't know if this is new news or what, but I've been paying attention to what after they moved over there. They've been trying to hasten up the process of building up a new temple or something like that.
Right.
They already got the priests and the high priests and stuff like that already did straight for construction.
That's right.
For the temple.
They're really going hard right now.
Yeah,
They feel there's a sense of urgency.
because they see I think it's Ishmael have the little dome over there too, right?
They have a whole palace.
So they're praying that another Ishmaelite blow it up so they can start building the temple over there.
Exactly.
They're trying
They have their palace over there in Palestine, right? Where they come together and they do their Muslim thing, right? Well, they're trying to rebuild a temple of Jerusalem. Okay, but it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't never gonna get finished. Okay, because the people are gonna realize, you know what? These ain't no damn Jews, man. Right? Go ahead.
There's an article. There's a pastor in Philadelphia named Omar,
Mhm.
and when Dr. Nikki went and announced that over the UN about what they were gonna do, the Arabs, the leaders of the Arabs got together and they wrote him a letter saying that what are they thinking about, because these bloodlines right here do not go back to the real Jews, which is us.
Right.
So they already against it.
Remember, the first revolt against Esau trying to establish a state. Remember, it was under Truman in 1947 that they established a Jewish state in Israel. Okay? Soon after, so-called Hitler's so-called suicide. Yeah, right. Right? His so-called suicide, now all of a sudden, Truman establishes Israel as a state. He had to get Hitler out the way so he could continue what he was trying to do in that land and establish. But who rose up after Hitler rose up? Another man rose up, and his name was Abu Nasser. You know the history of Abu Nasser. It was an Ishmaelite, right? Who rose up and said no, and created the Palestinian state before they could create the Jewish state. Saying, no, if it ain't going back to the Jews, then we are the next in line. Because Ishmael always felt, because they were son of Abraham, that they had genealogy, biological right to the things of Abraham. Not Esau, though. He was like, nah, I ain't letting Edom come over here. Because they know Edom didn't get no blessing. He despised the blessing. They all know this history. So when they're making moves, remember, they know this history. Okay? When the Taliban and Al-Qaeda and what do you think they were learning? They all came out of Abu Nasser. He was the first one to raise the revolt against Edom trying to establish themselves in Jerusalem. Okay, you look him up, Abu Nasser. Okay, right? So his first revolt raised up when they tried to do this. So he was like, no. And he created that Palestinian state. And they settled in the land. And they migrated. They was already over there. They migrated over. They became more of a settlement because they were already over there. All right. Esau was over there, but he was over there as Greeks and Romans. You see? In the time of Yahushua, when Christ was on the scene, Esau was in our land as Greeks and Romans. Right? They never was trying to be the Jews. Our people were trying to be Greeks and Romans. Okay? They weren't trying to establish no Judaism. Okay, in those times. This came way after when the Khazar, right, decided to, establish this Jewish religion amongst Edomites. Okay, that all started with the Khazar Empire, right, which came way after. We're talking post-Byzantine era. We're talking way after. All right. So these are long stretches of time in between. When I'm saying 1,000 years in between. Okay. So, but Ishmael has been over there for the whole time. Right? So they're seeing all these nations raise up, all these different groups of Edomites trying to take over the land, and now trying to pose as the real Jews. They wasn't having it. That's the foundation of Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Taliban. Their foundation is Abu Nasser. Before any other leader rose up afterwards. Okay, that's the beginning of that revolt. All right, hold that. Give me Revelations 2 and 9.
Brother, I have a question.
Yeah.
How many Sabbaths is
How many what?
Sabbath? Is it such thing as 3 Sabbaths? Sabbath?
What do you mean?
Somebody told me it was 3 Sabbaths.
3 Sabbaths?
Three Sabbath days is 3.
In a what?
And somebody said it was a Sabbath after it was a Sabbath Friday to Saturday, then it's another Sabbath, then it's a third Sabbath. Is that true?
The only is all right. In the scriptures, you're going to see the word Sabbath. Okay. There's the 7th-day Sabbath, which is the Sabbath day that's to be worshipped everyone. We worship Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, the Sabbath we in now, right? Now the high holy days were also called Sabbaths, but that's a different type of Sabbath. Okay. In the Hebrew, you have Shabbat, and then you have Shalawam. Shalawam is a high holy day, has its rules, right? Then you have Shabbat, which comes from the Hebrew word for 7, which is Shabbat, right? Which is the 7th day. Every week, the 7th day is the Shabbat, right? That's the Sabbath day, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. We have Shalawam once a month for the new moon. We have Shalawam for Passover, for all the high holy days are considered Shabbat. So those are the 2 different Sabbaths that you will see. Okay, now there's a Sabbath of months, which is the 7th month. 7 new moons, you become the Sabbath of months, which is called the memorial of blowing of the trumpets, right? Which is called the Shabbat. right? You have a Sabbath of years. Every 7th year is the Jubilee, right? Right. If you count 7 years, the 50th year is a high Jubilee year. So we have, so just to understand of what Shabbat means, it's going into the 7th. Okay, because only one Sabbath, Shabbat. That's why you use the word Shabbat, you use the word Sabbath, because you can get confused if you use the word Sabbath. All right, because they're all not the same. Some people think it's the same. It's not the same. Right? New moon is a new moon. Shabbat is Shabbat. Two different ways of observing those days. Okay, so we can go further into that and get a full understanding of Shabbat and go into the Hebrew so you understand. But what you got to stick with for now, on the 7th day is the Sabbath. When we have a new moon, that's another Sabbath, but it's called the Shabbat. It's a high holy day Sabbath. It's a celebration Sabbath. Okay?
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty,
right?
But thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy,
right,
of them which say they are Jews.
Which say what?
Which say they are Jews.
Read on.
And are not.
And are not. So what is Hitler talking about? These fake Jews that say they are, these men that say they are Jews and are not the Jews. Okay. They're not of the kingdom of Judah. They're not the descendants of Judea. Okay. The only way they're a Jew is because they're Jewish. Mm-hmm. Which ish means what? Pertaining to or like or, something like the Jews, but not the real Jews.
Or goes by their mother.
What, go by their mother? Yeah, they do their lineage by they're all backwards. Right? How do you do your lineage by your mother? That doesn't make no sense. Read on.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
They are the chief house of Satan. Mm-hmm. Okay, they are the synagogue means chief house. They are the chief house of Satan. Even Hitler understood this. Mm-hmm. All right. Go back to Hitler's interview.
All right. Continue. It says, every nation will soon possess its atom bombs of their own.
Right. Every nation. Wait, what did today? He dropped the atom bomb? He used the atom bomb? You read that part already?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I did that already. Just like the last page.
Okay. Every nation is going to have nukes of their own. That's why you got Kim Jong-un boasting about he got his nukes. Iran boasting about, we've been had our nukes. Right? That's what they said. China got this. They had a whole, was it China or was it Japan had a nuclear meltdown, a nuclear plant meltdown.
Yeah.
Right? So they all have their own nuclear weapons. There's enough nuclear weapons on the earth today to blow the earth up a couple times. Okay. What's the point? Right?
And it will be the end of most of the world as we know it.
Right. It's going to be the end of most of the world. Okay, not the whole world. Right. And what the most is talking about is that in North America is going to be a continual smoke. Mm-hmm. Okay. This place is going to be destroyed. Okay. Going to become the habitation of the devil, and every foul spirit will dwell here. Mm-hmm. But no clean spirit going to be here. Read on.
Why will the Jews control America? The soldier asked. Hitler said, because the white Jews knows that the Negroes
that the Negroes, read on,
are the real children of Israel.
Are the real children of Israel. How direct is that? Mm-hmm. He said they know. Read on.
And to keep America's secret, the Jews will blackmail America.
You know?
The Jews will extort America.
Will do what?
Extort America.
Why do you think America got to defend Israel all the time?
Yeah.
Israel don't need to build up no big crazy armies because they run things for America. They call America up. They gotta go over there. They don't have no choice because Israel is holding the keys of the secret that America was built off the backs of the children of God. Everybody knew of the children of God. For us here, because we're isolated through the oceans, isolate us here in America. So all we can receive is that which the airways allow us to receive. But if you're in the Middle East, you got to think about this. See how we're here in Fort Lauderdale. When you're in the Middle East, Miami is another country. Orlando is another country. Right? You even go that far and you're in another country. Different set of people, different set of rules, different language. It's right there. We used to be on this vast continent that's separated from all these countries. One big country, 50 states. But when you go to the Middle East, everywhere I would say 100 miles tops, you're in another country with another language, another set of laws, another set of rules, another culture. Okay? It's a way different thought pattern, way different environment. So what happened so when something happens in Israel, that's known throughout the whole region. Just like if something happens in Georgia, don't we hear about it? Here in Florida, we hear about it. Something epic happens in, a train derails somewhere. It was up north. Was it Virginia? First page news down here. But that's in Virginia. But we in America, knowing that this is all one country, so it's not strange to us. But if we were in that part of town, news travels there too. So everything that the Jews went through traveled amongst all those nations. They all know it. They have it written down. They have it documented. All right. Egypt has it documented. Greece has it documented. Italy, the documents are there. All right. In Sicily, the documents are really there. Okay, of everything that happened with the Jews, the real Jews, the black Jews, the dark-skinned real Israelites. They're all aware of that. Okay, read on.
Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes knew who they were. The white citizens of America will be terrified to know that all this time they have been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the children of Israel.
Right. They will be terrified. Give me Revelation 3 and 9. Let's see why they're really going to be terrified, right?
We pay them every year $58 billion. Blackmail.
That's crazy.
Blackmail, that's all it is. Yeah. Now, and there's no, unless we speak in French, we ain't doing nothing. America pays them $58 million. I ain't give them a red cent. All right? They couldn't squeeze a penny out of me. All right? Read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews,
right?
And are not.
Come on.
But do lie.
Come on.
Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet.
Do what?
I will make them to come and worship before thy feet.
Read on.
And to know that I have loved thee.
I have done what?
And I have loved thee.
This is why they're terrified. See, Hitler said they'll be terrified, but the scripture tell you why. Because they know they're going to have to worship you. If you rise up and take on their identity, and the Most High heals that gap between us and the Father, these nations have no choice but to worship you as the children of the Most High. He said they will have them come worship before your feet. Your feet. Okay? That's their rightful place. Bow down to your feet. All these years we were fighting for what? Equal rights. And they're supposed to be bowing down before your feet. You're not equal. The Most High never said we were equal. He said that they should bow down before your feet. Read that verse again.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan,
right?
Which say they are Jews.
Come on.
And are not.
Come on.
But do lie.
Let's go.
Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
That I have loved thee. Most High said they're going to know that I love my precious ones, my jewels, my children, my firstborn. This is what he called Israel. If we only realize how important we are to the Most High. Read on.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Right, because you kept the word of his patience, because we were patient, waiting on the Most High Yah. He's going to keep us from the hour of temptation, man. We're going to keep us right. When the hour of temptation comes, we ain't going to fall. We're going to stay righteous. Therefore, we're not going to jeopardize our salvation. Okay. That's the promise of the Most High. Right? Revelation 13, verse 9. This is why they're going to be terrified. Read.
Book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Right?
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
This is why they're terrified. Read on.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Right. So this is why he said they'll be terrified. You got to keep this secret going. You got to keep them in the Christian church, the Catholic church. You got to keep them thinking that they're Gentiles. Keeping them thinking that they're not worthy, that you're the real Jew. Because if this thing gets out, and they know without a shadow of a doubt, it's been getting out. Right? It's probably over 1 billion videos on YouTube right now telling you that you're the Israelite. Right? It's too late now. It's gone viral. Right? It's gone viral. Israel, you are an Israelite. Right? If somebody want to be ignorant to that now, they just want to be ignorant. All right. They probably never heard of YouTube or something. Right? But if you click on YouTube or anything, chances are some sort of teaching video is going to pop up. Any religious, and you're going to see who the real Jews are. Right? This understanding has flooded the earth. Okay? And it will continue. As much videos, as much brothers over this whole earth on street corners yelling this at the top of their lungs, I've yet to see something on mainstream TV. Right? The networks. The network news. Only time they put an Israelite on the news if he do something wicked. All of a sudden, he's a part of the Israelite culture. So, well, oh, now you know Hebrew Israelites? Right. You would think we never did nothing good. The one time or 2 times they put on there is because man do some murder or something or some foolishness. Something that we don't uphold anyway. So anybody would see that and knows Hebrew Israelites, we don't according to the law. We don't ordain no murder. We ain't be killing nobody. Okay. You can say if a man put a man to death, you're going to lose your life. So why would we put somebody to death? Right? So they oppress and suppress this information. Okay? So it doesn't get out. They got whole communities in Israel, straight jail, claiming, knowing that they are the children of Israel. You will never see it on mainstream TV. I remember they showed when Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, right? They went over to Mona and Ben Amin, those people there, gave them some money and put on their little keepers on their heads, and thought they was really in the spirit for a brief moment, right? Right. They put that on the news, show them over there getting dunked in water, whatever the case may be. Right. So if they can see that, right? They don't see all these brothers on the street every weekend, weekday, every metropolitan area throughout all states. They don't see this. This is not making no news, right? Facebook said there was the highest growing group in Facebook history was the Israelite groups. They said in Facebook they have never seen, there's no other group on Facebook that has grown as fast as Israelites. Because Facebook tag every word you put on Facebook. They can search by the letter L. And every time anybody has typed the L on Facebook, they can search by anything in Facebook. So there's nothing hid. If you put on Facebook, forget about it. It's known, right? FBI, everybody knows. CIA, whoever needs to know, right? So don't think you're hiding something on Facebook. You finish on Facebook, okay? Every picture, everything, how they show you, oh, these the people can see, these they can't see? That's a lie. They can see the ones that you can't see. They can go on your phone through Facebook and see every picture in your phone. All right? You got to know how technology works. Okay? Once you tie it in, you tie it in. All right? Now, the lame person, the normal person can't pull up all your pictures. No. But once your phone is tied into Facebook, once you download that app, they're in your phone. And then where you've been, where you're going, or where you're coming from. If it wasn't for the power of Yahweh, listen, ain't no hiding. That's why it makes no sense to even hide. Because there's no privacy. Okay? It's an illusion of privacy that's given to you, just so you can feel a little better. Right? But it's not there. They can see everything. Okay? Everybody got a cell phone. All right? So that means they're connected to every single one of you. And you'd be surprised how much information down to your body temperature they can tell from your cell phone. Okay? It's the reality of what we live in, the times we live in. Okay, it's the reality of the time we live in. But it was all prophesied. Okay? It's all prophesied. We're going to see it in the scriptures, man. All right, the time we live in it. All right? So, he's going to, he that leadeth the captivity shall go into captivity. This is why they're terrified. This is why it's a disaster for you to know you're a Hebrew Israelite. For you to wake up. All right? That's going to shut up and mess up the whole economy that's banking on you sinning. They're banking on you being in sin. Okay. We don't want to hit let's finish that off.
All right.
They will fear God will destroy them as he destroyed Egypt for doing the same thing. So the elite, the Illuminati, keeps this a secret at all costs.
Right.
After I die, I will one day cause World War III.
I will one day what?
Cause World War III.
Give me Revelations 9 and verse 12.
The book of Revelation, chapter 9 and verse 12. One woe is past.
One what?
One woe is past.
Read on.
And behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
So one woe passed and two is coming. How much is that? 3, man. There's only 3. 3 world woes. What's woe mean? Destruction. 3 woes. Give me Revelations 11:14.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14.
Come on.
The second woe is past.
Well, what happened?
The second woe is past.
The second woe passed, Read on.
And behold,
the
the third woe cometh quickly.
The third woe coming quickly. Okay, so it's coming. He said he's going to cause it to come. Because he said this interview is going to get out. The people are going to see this. And when they do, it's going to be on. Now, that's not the only thing that's going to make it happen. You know, the brother's going out there and prophesying against his kingdom is what's really going to tear this kingdom down. Because all this truth being put out there and this, you know, all this light being shined in this darkness is going to cause the darkness to what? Be destroyed. Okay. That's it. Break it down. It's spiritual warfare. Remember, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but spiritual. To the breaking down of what? Strongholds. So that's what's happening. We go out there and teach this word and we speak the truth, right? That's why we got to keep speaking this truth, because we're breaking down this kingdom spiritually, right? If you want to feed the beast, you got to feed it lies and darkness. You want to starve the beast, feed it truth and righteousness. It's going to start falling apart. So you can take, you know, you should know that you're playing a role in the destruction of America. Every time we go out and we hit the streets to teach this word. Everybody understand that? Okay. We're doing that work. And we go out there to teach this word. All right. Finish with Hitler. Did you finish that?
After I die, I will one day cause World War III just by this message, which will be like planting a seed in people's minds until it sprouts. Once they nurture that seed and seek more truth and learn Hitler was right. I did the world a favor by killing the false Jews before they designated a false state of Israel.
He said, I'm looking out for you by killing these false Jews, trying to stop them from designating a state of Israel. Now, later on, they were able to do so. He lost the war. Right? We don't.
But I fear I have failed. The world will fall into the hands of Satan.
I'm Satan gonna be calling Satan Satan. Right? Satan casting out Satan.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Some of the earth gonna fall in the hands. You Satan. All right. Read on.
Although the clickbait site provided no citation for when Hitler allegedly made these statements, commenters on the page directed those curious about the quote's authenticity to the book The Nazis World War II by Robert Edwin Herstein.
Right. Let them know where to get this information. Give me Revelations 13, verse 5. Revelations 13, verse 5. So you see that when the scriptures say he wiser than Daniel, Esau is very much aware. He's puffed up. He think he's God. He think he's in control. Think he can't be taken down, but he will be taken down. Read on.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Read that again. Read that again.
Revelation 13 and 5.
Read that again. That's so on point. You guys just read this. I ain't got to break that down. Read that again.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things.
Speaking great things. Read on.
And blasphemies.
And blasphemy. Come on.
And power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Right, 42 months. Continue his what? Blinding the people, terror, ruling in wickedness. Read on.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
So now he blasphemed his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. So first he blasphemed the name, right? With God and Jesus characters, right? He blasphemed the what? His tabernacle, right? Which is his dwelling place. calling us black and Negro. We're his tabernacle. We're where the Most High said he will dwell. He said, I dwell in the midst of Israel and none else. Okay? So he blasphemed, talking about he's a Jew. Right? And he blasphemed the angels in heaven. So what his words is sore in the eyes of the Most High. All right, read on.
Verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war.
To do what?
To make war.
Come on.
With the saints.
All right.
And to overcome them.
So who's the saints? All right. So we see what everything was caught in the plan. He made war with the saints and overcame us. Okay. Put us in chains and captivity. Read on.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Wow. Over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. Who has that power? Only Esau, man. Okay. He's over all nations, kindreds, and tongues. And the Most High put him there. Right? Job 9:24. Most High said, I give the earth into the hands of the wicked. Okay. All right. His actions, that's the only, we can never grudge the devil for being the devil. He is what he was created to be. We can never forget that. Okay. The Most High creates good and it creates evil. It creates light and it creates darkness. If the wicked is being dark, so be it. You're supposed to be that way. The lies that Esau tells us, he's supposed to tell us. We're the ones that try to put Esau in a different light than he was never created to be in. We want to bring him to the kingdom. We want him to be our best friends and our wives and our husbands and our best buddies. And in ebony and ivory. You know what I mean? Harmony together. Right? The keys on a piano. Right? That's what we want. Most High never wanted that. He created him to be the wicked, and he's doing a great job. Right?
Ecclesiastes 7:13.
They'll get straight when the Most High made crooked, absolutely. All right. But I was more thinking Romans 9. Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Okay.
I know we ain't got much time left. Romans 9:13.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
So Esau was created to be what? Hated. So why are we surprised? Why are we trying to make it out to be more than that? Or something different? He was created to be hated. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Read on.
What shall we say then?
Uh-huh.
Is there unrighteousness with the Most High?
Right. Is there unrighteousness with the father because he hated Esau? Read on.
Most High forbid.
Nope. Read.
For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
Come on.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Come on.
So then, it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy.
Right. So what? Most High only have mercy on us because that's his choice. We only get a pass because he chose us. But he didn't choose any other nation. He didn't choose Esau. All Esau is set up for is the Third World War. That's what he's set up for.
That's right.
That's his future.
That's right.
That's all he got coming. War and destruction. That's it. Okay. Thus saith the Most High. Right. That's what we read it. Okay. Right.
So do you think we'll make it past like the Trump era?
There might be another president out there. maybe another 2. You know, it's going to take some time. There's a lot of breakdown of this social system that needs to happen more. You know what I mean? It has to be broken down more. So we're looking for that time to come to pass. You know, right now, Israel's still too comfortable. All right? Israel still need to rise up. They need to wake up. A lot of our people is waking up, but there's still a lot more to go. We don't.
Verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose,
Right?
have I raised thee up.
Right? Even for this purpose. Why was Pharaoh raised up? For what purpose?
Bring him down.
To be thrown down.
Yeah.
So he said, just like Pharaoh. Esau is set up just like Pharaoh was set up.
Yeah.
He's only put in his position so that he can be thrown down. Not so he can be saved. Not so he can be grafted in. We ain't getting it. I don't know what Bible they be reading. Maybe.
That's philosophy.
That's what maybe they just ain't reading. Because I'm reading this thing clearly. It's clearly showing me that Esau was set up to be hated and to be thrown down like Pharaoh. Read.
For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
So that my name will be declared throughout all the earth. That's why he had Pharaoh hard in his heart those 10 times.
Yeah.
So his name, so everybody can hear what he did to Egypt. Let's get Jeremiah. We're going to end it with this. You already know. It's actually 16:14.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 14.
Come on.
Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Most High, that it shall no more be said,
Right.
the Most High liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Right.
But the Most High liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
From the where?
The land of the north.
Where we at today? We're in North America. Okay. The Most High lived that brought Israel out from the land of the north, and where else? Read on.
And from all the lands where he had driven them.
And at 4 corners of the earth, where our people are all over this earth, you're going to pull us from there. He said, behold, I'm going to take you from among the heathens.
Yes.
Right? If you're going to take us from among the heathen, that means they can't come with us. Okay? Read on.
And I will bring them again into their land.
Into where?
Into their land.
Into their land. We're going back into our own land. Our homeland, the real Jerusalem, the real Zion.
Yes.
Read on.
That I gave unto their fathers.
The same one that was given to our fathers on this side and that side of Jordan, as it is written. Read on.
Behold, I will send for many fishers,
Right.
saith the Most High, and they shall fish them.
Right.
And after will I send for many hunters,
Right.
and they shall hunt them from every mountain,
Right.
and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
Right.
For mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face,
Come on.
neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes.
Come on.
And first I will recompense their iniquity
Right.
and their sin double,
Right.
because they have defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things.
Right. So what? They got double coming. They got double coming. The Most High said He's going to take us out. Right. So the glorious for the future we're going to be celebrating leaving America. Okay? That's what we're going to be celebrating. And when the Most High pull us from all these countries and where we're scattered. All right, so that pretty much that concludes the class for this evening. You know, just going into understanding that Esau, he knows, man. These nations know. We got to know. All right? We got to know who we are, what we stand for. We're not falling for any doctrine outside of the children of Israel being reestablished on this earth as the leaders of this earth under Mashiach Yahushai, who's under the Most High. That's the order. All right? I'm on.
Brother, I know that question.
Come, what you got? Say it louder.
World War III.
World War III, right?
Are we supposed to die?
Are we supposed to die? Well, hopefully you don't die. You keep the commandments, you won't die. Okay? So, you know, we're not trying to die, we're trying to live. That's right. We're trying to be transfigured. We ain't trying to die. We're trying to go through this thing and see this thing go down. So scriptures say, choose ye life, that ye may live. And when he said that, he was referring to the law, statute, commandments. So once you choose the commandments, you ain't got to worry about that. Okay?
There is a time that we're supposed to take on another flesh, right?
Right, but we trying to be transfigured, man. We ain't trying to sleep. You know, if we gotta sleep, we gotta sleep. But we trying to, you know, like Elijah. You know what I mean? Like he didn't sleep. Enoch didn't sleep. But if we gotta sleep, we gotta sleep. You ain't gonna be worrying about dying. When you right with the Most High, whether you live or die is irrelevant. Because you know your spirit goes on. You understand where you go. You know what I mean? A lot of times, death right now, in this world, death, you know, scriptures say that we're held bondage by the fear of death. Well, we fear death because we don't understand it. But once you understand it, you got a full, clear, concise understanding of death, you ain't going to be fearing something. When it come, it's all right. Because you know you're going amongst the saints. And you know you're going to be crying out to the Most High. How long? How long? Just like our foreparents are. You're going to be under that altar as it's written. You're going to be in the chamber with amongst your brethren. You're going to understand what it means when you leave this vessel. All right? And you're not going to look at it as it's so bad anymore. No, I leave this vessel. There's going to be another vessel for me. You know what I mean? I'm all right with that. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. All right? However the Father wants me to move me. You know what I mean? I don't begin and end with this life. There's another life to come. You know what I mean? So when you realize that, you ain't worried about death. But, you know, it would be cool to be transfigured, you know, and not sleep. But if we must sleep, we sleep. You know what I mean? If we got to sleep, we're going to sleep. I mean, we ain't scared. Yeah?
I mean, like Enoch and Elijah went to heaven without dying, right?
That's right.
So when you say transfigured,
Their bodies were changed because flesh and blood cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. Right? So they had to be changed.
spirit.
Yeah, they had to put on a spiritual body. Right? They took off that fleshly body from the spiritual body. Because the fleshly body is held to the constraints of the elements. Right? The sky, the sun, the sky, the moon. Everything that's in the elements is in your body. Right? Every metal that's in the elements is in your body. Everything that's in the earth is in you. You are made up of the elemental chart, just like everything else is. But when you go to celestial bodies, they're not made up of these things. So we can't inherit. We have two different glories, two different bodies. So we got to get that body that can go from this body to that body. You know what I mean? All right. Hallelujah. All right. I would say, Imagine Wapanya Yerushalayim, to stand face Jerusalem. Let's thank the Most High for giving us a blessed Shabbat evening. Do remember, don't forget, tomorrow at noon, we continue in the keeping the Shabbat, and we're going to be starting Exodus. All right, we finished Genesis last week. You know, I have we handed out your tests with your grades tomorrow. If you haven't taken the test, you come see me if you would like to take the test. I do have some extra tests. You know what I mean? So you can take them. All right. Take home test. Oh, boy. Israel, boy. Israel always supplanted, right? You get a take-home test now, right? Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
Who's the power?
Yahweh's the power.
By Hashem?
Yahweh Shah.
By Hashem?
Yahweh Shah.
Kuras, kuras, kuras.
Kuras, kuras, kuras.
Kuras, kuras, kuras.
Kuras, kuras, kuras.
Holy, holy, holy
Holy, holy, holy.
is the name
Is the name.
of Abanawa.
Yahweh.
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 Holy, holy, holy
Holy, holy, holy.
is the name
Is the name.
of Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahweh Shah.
Kwam Abanawa Yahweh.
Who Abanaw Yahweh.
Kwam Abanawa Yahweh.
Who Abanaw Yahweh.
Kwam Mashiach Yahushai.
Who Mashiach Yahweh Shah.
Kwam Mashiach Yahushai.
Who Mashiach Yahweh Shah.
Kwam Yashrala.
Who Yasharala.
Kwam Yashrala.
Who Yasharala.
Hamashiach Pala. Abanawa.
Abanaw.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kudash.
Kudash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shamkah.
Shemkah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ulakwaka.
Babakah.
Taba'ah.
Baba'ah.
Watazaka.
Zaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Baharataza.
Baratazah.
Ka.
Ka.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Utananawa.
Yahweh.
Yaham.
Yahweh.
Ko.
Go.
Yawam.
Yahweh.
Wasalakinawa.
Salakinaw.
Kabawakinawa.
Kabawakinaw.
Kasalakinawa.
Salakinaw.
Kabawakinawa.
Kabawakinaw.
Wala'a.
Wala'ah.
Tabiyanawa.
Yahweh.
Walasawan.
Walasayawan.
Abo.
Oh.
Habashaynawa.
Shinaw.
Man.
Man.
Rai.
Right.
Kaya.
Yah.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Malakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Wahataipuarak.
Wakai Parah.
I will love you.
I belong you.
Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Hamashiach.
Mashiach.
Yahushai.
Yahushua.
Tawada.
Water.
Tabyad.
Yah.
Amen.
Let's pray English, Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner therefore pray you, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, for thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. But if you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. By Hashem, Hamashiach Yahushai, the water and yard. Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. Give us our hand. Hallelujah. Goes tomorrow, noonday. You know. Shalawam to everybody at home. All praise be to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the Most I bless you all. And we'll see you soon. Shalom.